welcome back to my channel. It's Elle here. So today's video is a tutorial on the look I'm wearing right now. So I had a delivery this morning. I really need to stop buying stuff. This is it now. I'm not buying anything else. This was the last things I've purchased. And they are some Plouise paints. So I only have blank canvas. Well, I only had blank canvas from the Plouise paints. So I thought I'd purchase some more. So I'll show you the ones that I got real quick before I get onto the tutorial. Here they are. I got 3 of the Acid Rain paints and 3 of the Crisp Finish paints. So from the Acid Rain paints I got Nitro, which is a really nice teal shade, like a nice bluey teal. I got Raver, which is a really lovely bright pink. I got Ibiza, which is a bright purple, almost like a lilac-y bright, it's difficult to describe that one. I got Smoking Hot, which is just this really nice sort of like, I don't even know how to describe this colour, it's just like a nice warm brown caramelly kind of colour. I got Sexy Chili, which is just this really nice vibrant sort of greenish colour. And I got Tangy Teese, which is sort of just a little bit lighter than Smoking Hot, was it called? Yeah, Tangy Teese. It's a bit more of like on the peachy side. So they're the products I got. Obviously the Crisp Finish ones do come with the brushes. Obviously because I got 3 paints from the Crisp Finish collection, I obviously got 3 brushes from them as well, because they do come with the brushes. I don't know if they come solo or not, or if she'll ever do them solo, I'm not sure. And then one thing I have to say, because I didn't want to open these, so the Crisp Finish paints come in like a little crisp packet. Can you see? Like, how cute are they? I genuinely did not want to open these when I got them, but I obviously had to actually be able to get the products out of them. But they are so cute. Plouise just like kills it with packaging, let's be honest. But yeah, so I got those this morning. I was like, oh, let's do a tutorial with some of the paints. So yeah, I did use one of the paints. Actually, before I tell, in fact, you'll find out later on anyway, but comment below which paint you think I used out of the ones that I got today. Don't skip ahead to find out. Just comment below which paint you think I used. Yeah, you don't win anything if you get it right, sorry guys, but yeah, just comment down below which paint you think I used in today's look. Yeah, but that is everything I've got to say. I think I might do like more tutorials with these paints, so like using a different one each tutorial. Let me know what you think of that, if you would like to see that, and if so, which shade would you like to see me use? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, I'll get on with the tutorial now anyway guys. So if you make it to the end, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and also make sure you click the subscription box down below as well. So thank you so much for watching guys, and I'll just get straight on with the tutorial now, so enjoy. Right guys, I've already done my brows and primed my eyes, because I just thought, you know what, you see that all the time and it probably just gets pretty boring to do the same thing. So just to let you know, in case you don't know, all I use in my brows is the MAC False Lash Maximizer, and then I just press them up into my skin. And to prime my eyes, I use the Plouise base in the shade number 2. So now that's out of the way, let's get on to the eyeshadow, because I'm excited. So of course I am using the BPerfect Cosmetics x Stacey Marie Carnival 3 Love Tahiti palette, because you'll probably see this palette for a while on my videos now, because this is my baby and I love it. So let's crack on. I'm going to go in with the shade Chili Pepper, which is this one right here. It's just a really nice burgundy red. And then I'm going to go in with a Zoeva 230 brush. Just ignore the fact that it is stained blue. Also, on my Zoeva brushes, because I got the rose gold collection, like if you just look at this part, like please ignore that. Obviously the rose gold is like just sort of like painted on there. So when I use my brush cleaner on it, all the rose golds come off and it looks kind of gross, but just ignore it. Just ignore it. The brush does the same thing as any other brush. So straight in with Chili Pepper, and I'm going to just start applying this right in the crease. I'm just going to start stamping it on first. Also guys, just a trick for making your eyes look bigger, because I know a lot of people say that they can't do these kinds of looks because of the size of their eyes and they've got really small lid space, etc, etc. If you notice, I know I said crease, but if you look, It's actually above my crease. This is my crease here, as you can see, and I've actually gone just slightly above my crease. Sort of like just feel for the socket of your eye and just sort of apply it there rather than actually inside the crease. Because obviously if I was to put it inside the crease, for example, you can see the imprint there on the crease. As soon as I look straight forward, you can't see that. So just go a little bit above. And start bringing that on the inner corner now. And then I'm also just going to start applying it on the outer corner of the eye. And I'm going to go for more of a winged out effect. I don't want it like full on winged, but you'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean when it's all done. And just connect these two together. So literally all I did there is obviously get the colour in your crease, start on your outer corner and sort of flick upwards and get that winged shape, and then just connect them together. That is literally all I do when I'm doing like a winged out look with eyeshadow. Okay guys, so next I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's called Mango, and I'm going to be using that on a Zoeva 231 brush. It's just a slightly larger pencil brush, as you can see. Again, it's stained. It's just stained. All my brushes are stained, just ignore that. And then I'm just going to blend right over the top of this and blend it out. So when you're blending, guys, so I realised recently actually, I think I saw a TikTok and a girl had mentioned it. I was like, good point. Obviously a lot of people on YouTube, when they're doing makeup tutorials, they'll be like, oh yeah, and then you blend and then you just blend it. But none of us actually explain how to blend, if that makes sense. So literally all you're doing is just very light-handedly, obviously it depends what you're doing as well. You can go in circular motions, you can go in windshield wiper motions. It depends how precise you want to be and how big or small the movements are going to be. Obviously if you want to do like a really big blown out, you might just be going in big circular motions. If you want to do something more concentrated, you might do small circular motions. If you are doing something where you want it precise and you're trying not to take it up too high, I would suggest doing it in windshield wiper motions rather than circular motions. And you just sort of tickling the skin with the bristles. You don't want to be applying lots of pressure. Basically, I'll just use a clean brush just to show you. Your brush should not be doing this. This is a no. It's like this. You get me? You get me. Another thing I'd suggest when you are blending as well, start off lower, and as there's less product on your brush, that's when you want to take it higher. So essentially, wherever you put the brush first is where you're going to get the most pigment. So whenever I pick up more shadow on the brush, I'm starting more here in between the red and the orange that we've already put down. And then as there's less product on my brush, I'll then start to blend up and out. Obviously this does depend on where you want it to be most pigmented though. So now I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's the one that's called Yellow, which I never really know how to say because it's not like yellow, it's yellow. You get me? Probably say that in every video where I've used that shade. And I'm going to use the Zoeva 221. So this is a nice, a big, fluffier brush. And we're going to be doing the same thing, but this is going to be going over the top of the orange shade we just put down. Again, using a very light hand. Also, the further down you hold the brush, the more control. If you're doing this, you're not going to have much control. But if you're doing this, you're going to have a lot more of a light hand, and you're going to have a lot more control as well. Just a tip, guys. Just another thing to say, by the way, guys, obviously you do want to be using different brushes. You don't need loads of brushes to do an eye look. You don't need 70 different brushes, but you do need to be using different brushes. If you use the same brush, it's just going to get really, really muddy unless you're cleaning it in between each different eyeshadow, that would just take forever. So you want to have different brushes. So the brushes that I tend to like to use to apply in the crease and get all the blending done is a nice little petite pencil brush, just to be more precise and pack the colour on. You want a bit of a chunkier pencil brush, sorry, which is nice just to blend out that first shade but still be a bit more precise, and then a nice bigger fluffier blending brush to get a nice seamless edge. Okay, so I've got this eye up to the same steps, so it's time to move on. So I want to deepen up the crease a little bit more. So I'm going to go in with this shade right here, which is called Cocoa, and I'm going to use this on the smaller pencil brush we were using, which was the Zoeva 230 brush. This is just because I want to deepen up my crease quite a bit. So I'm going to just put this right in the crease and just deepen up that area, which is where we put chili pepper. Still wanted chili pepper to be there because obviously this is just a really warm brown shade, and I did still want it to be on the red side rather than just brown, so that's why I did chili pepper first. I'm doing this step afterwards. After doing that, I'm just going to go back in with the two other brushes we used. I've not picked up any extra product yet. This is the one we used Mango on, and just blend that out. And then the one that we used Yellow on. So we've now got all the crease nice and blended and the intensity that we want. So the next thing is to cut the crease. So here's a little tip for cutting the crease. So I'm going to use like an eye makeup remover. You can use any makeup remover. You could use Vaseline. I don't have Vaseline to hand, so I'm using a makeup remover on a cotton bud. And then you're just going to use this to wipe away the excess product and cut the crease, essentially. So I will just literally wipe away the excess product like this. And then just use the other side, the drier side, just to go back over that and remove any excess makeup remover or Vaseline, and it also just picks up more product as well. So that's what it's looking like now that I've cut the crease. So let's actually go in now with our paint, because I'm using a Plouise paint on my lid, so I'm excited because I've only just got this today. I'm going to use the shade Tangy Teese. Yeah, Tangy Teese. I'm excited to use this. It's super cute, such a pretty shade. I'm excited. Right, let's give it a go. So with the paints, by the way, you do not need much product whatsoever, because they are super pigmented, and they do dry down matte in 60 seconds, so you don't need to be setting them with an eyeshadow afterwards. Yeah, also use less product because it will dry down easier and quicker. If you're using too much product, it's not going to dry down as well, and it'll start cracking, so you just need a thin layer of it. And I'm just using this on the brush that came with it, because the paints, obviously they've got the acid rain paints that just the solo, and then they have the Crisp Finish paints. The shade I'm using today, Tangy Teese, is one of the Crisp Finish, and they come with brushes as well. So I don't know if these have numbers or anything. Oh wait, they do. It's a 7072 brush. This is what it looks like. It's just a really nice for any kind of cut creases. So just picking up that product on the brush, and then I'm just going to apply it where we've already cut the crease. This time you're going to let the brush do the work for you. So you're essentially going to pat this on rather than swiping it. Okay guys, so now I've sort of gone back over the crease and cut the crease with that and got that on my lid. I'm now going to do a bit of a smoky lash line here, and I'm going to use a 237 brush from Zoeva. It's a really petite detailer brush, so I'm just going to go with the shade Cocoa first. And just blend that over the lash line. Okay, So I'm now going to go in with the same brush and I'm picking up a little bit of chili pepper, which was the first brighter red shade that we used, and I'm just going to blend over that slightly. Finally, using the exact same brush, I'm now going to go in with the shade Yellow, which is the last shade we used to blend everything out. Okay, so next time to do underneath the eyes, so I'm just going to start by priming them. I'm going to use the Plouise base in the shade number 2, which is obviously what I used to prime my eyes on top as well, but I'm going to apply it with a fluffier brush. So this is just a fluffy brush from Spectrum. Okay, so underneath the eyes, I'm going to start off with a smaller brush, and I'm going to start off with the shade Cocoa, which is the darkest shade we've used, and just smudge that on the lower lash line. And then going in with the shade Mango with the same brush we used when we applied it before. Doing the exact same thing, just taking it a little bit lower this time. And then finally in with the shade Yellow in the same brush we used before. So for the waterline, I'm going to put the same paint in my waterline, which is Tangy Teese. So I'm just going to get a little bit more of that. Just so you know, these are completely safe to use in the waterline, so no need to worry. Okay guys, so I'm just going to go put on some mascara and some false lashes and do my skin. Okay, so I've just chucked a lip on, which I'm loving. So I just thought I'd try the Tangy Teese as a lipstick. So I've put Cork Lip Pencil on from MAC, Tangy Teese paint from Plouise, and then I went over the top of that a little bit with Starker's lip gloss from BPerfect, which is part of the Love Tahiti collection, and I kind of love it. What do we think? But yeah, so this is the finished look, guys. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. But let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of this video. If you want to see it more like this, let me know if you've got any like particular looks or techniques you wanting to learn as well. Just drop them in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day. And also, before you go, make sure to give this video a huge thumbs up. And if you haven't already, click that little subscription box down below as well, because that would mean the absolute world to me. And that is everything I have to say today, guys. So thank you again for watching and have a nice day. Bye.